I did come preloaded with a recruit in there, and it did involve Denny's. As I
have
mentioned,
a mug I stole from Denny's.
I didn't steal mugs because I didn't think the mugs were worth it because it was only like 8 ounces. That's it. But
I just like stealing glassware from places.
well, that's a good hobby to have. Yeah, it's like the shot glasses with like the city's name on it for places you've been in there. Yeah.
Yeah, except I'm not paying for that shit. They're paying for that shit twice because I stole it.
Oh, you just don't steal from the airport thing like a normal person?
No, I go to bars and then I pocket like cool glasses.
That's fair. I'm not confessing felonies on this program anymore, or else I should stop. But
no, that's fair. I'm gonna cut that part out. You know what? I'm gonna edit this one.
why should we start editing ourselves and making sure that this can't?
Yeah. Who's listening to this? Who the fuck is listening to this?
The hundreds of thousands of fans who downloaded this episode, Sam. That's who people are listening to this shit. Right?
Hundreds of thousands.
Look, we've already established numbers.
Omar, look, dude, this is a startup operation. We don't have the kind of funds to get that many people right now. Yet. You know, we can't buy that many Twitter followers. Yet. Let's just, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, I think financially we're the negative. We don't got no money to put into this.
Fair. We're financially okay. Let's just put it that way. We have a roof in the house and everything, and I might be moving back with my parents in because of the fact that No, I'm kidding on that one. I'm never doing that ever again.
Yeah, no. But I can't find a new host. I feel like you're gonna kill yourself if that happens. So.
I'll just start my own. It'll just be me ranting in a closet. That's it. Don't give me that face.
Omar by himself. Omar's mad. The podcast.
Omar's trapped in the closet.
Oh God, he's doing another live stream on Facebook. It's getting real bad.
Okay. All right. Can we stop talking about our actual problems while I'm not there too, and then we just start going to the regrets that I'm talking about. Welcome to the All Regerts podcast, a podcast about regrets with Omar Gonzalez and Sam Narani. So, Denny's. Okay, I used to work at a Denny's. The thing that was interesting for me about this one, I think it was like 22, 23. This was an overnight Denny's. Like I worked the graveyard shit. You ever done graveyard work?
No. Wait, this is like 24 hours then.
Yes. Almost all days are 24 hours. But I worked the graveyard shift one.
I never worked the graveyard shift, but I had friends that worked it, so I'd go hang out with them and have a drink.
Yeah. Graveyard shift has the weirdest fucking people on the goddamn fucking planet. And I did it for a while. I did that job for maybe about 9 months. But while I was going to college, by the way, doing it there, man, it's such a pain. The shift was like 10 o'clock till like around 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll go to school at 8, and then like I get home like around 3, pass out for like a few hours, back to tennis. I had this one guy who was one of my coworkers, and his name was Rocio, and he was Rocio. You have to say it with the R. Rocio.
He sounds sexy.
He's sassy.
Ooh. Okay, I also like that.
He looked like he was basically the trans John Waters. Like if John Waters went full trans. Everything. This is what this guy looked like. He used to be, I think he was like a...
With the mustache?
Oh, 100% with the mustache.
Okay, full trans.
Mm-hmm.
John Waters.
But
with still mustache.
Yeah, he had a mustache too.
It's beautiful.
And he was like, honey. He always talked like this. On his off days, he would have like, I'm pretty sure he would hang out with flamingos. That was just how John Watersy he was. And so he would go to work, but he would leave the Denny's uniform, full makeup. he had makeup and everything, and he would just always talk. He always just talk to me. I think it was like he was like either a server all his life, but he was like a drag. He was doing drag like all his life and everything. He was 65 or like 70 around that age range. Like he was pretty.
Oh, that bitch has been around.
Oh, he's been.
He's seen some shit.
He has seen some shit. Some of the stories he would tell me about him in Vegas, man, dude. Ooh, boy. Just he's like coke everywhere. He's like coke everywhere at this party. Oh my honey. We were just snorting coke all night long. And then afterwards we go to the car and fuck. That's what we do. And he would always talk to me like if he'd had a cigarette in his hand in every waking moment. You ever just talk about something like that? When they just say something important and then all of a sudden you know that like if they had a cigarette, they just take a drag off of it. Like he just talked like that. So we had a cast of characters that would come in and eat at Denny's a lot of times. Every single shift, he would tell me. First, he was telling me like, "Oh my, how you doing, honey?" I'm like, "I'm doing good. How about you?" He's like, "Oh my, I'll tell you this right now. I don't know why you're straight. If you let me, I will suck your dick better than anybody's ever sucked your dick before." And I always said no.
Is that the regret?
Yes.
For real?
For real.
Oh, I'm so sorry I ruined it. Oh my god, really? Why?
You know what? Can I?
Why? Tell me why.
Being stuck in this quarantine environment has made me think about it, or has made me think about it randomly. I'm like, you know what? I could have just tried it out. Like just to see how it was. One, it wasn't like me doing the sucking or anything like that. I was the one receiving.
What? Yeah. So what about it? Like, because there was obviously like an initial thought in your head, like, hell no. But what was the hell no? Or the possibly no? A firm no?
Well, here's the thing about, like, it goes again into my theory that, like, all Latin men are kind of gay. And because, and here's why I'm exercising this theory. While I was working there, I said Denny's. Every weekend, I think it was like a Saturday or something like that, around like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, all of these, I'll have to be very careful with my words, these ladies of the night would come into Denny's restaurant, and
you can say sex workers.
Yeah, they're trans sex workers. I don't want to call them trans because I don't want to lump these hookers into that community because they were not exactly like these hookers suck. I fucking hate these people so much, but I don't want to.
There was a set of sex workers that were pretty chill, and then a set of sex workers that were like dicks.
I was gonna say trans. I was gonna not take the trans part out of it, but yeah, because we used to call them just trans hookers back in the day, and
I don't want to get any angry comments.
Yeah, I don't want to get any angry comments from that. That's what we called them back in the day, and I don't want to confuse that with the trans community, which I love, and Rocio, who I love too, but these fucking hookers suck, and I fucking hated them. Mainly because they every time they would go in there, they would have. Their order was this. Their order was buffalo chicken strips. Each and every one of them have chicken strips. And they had ranch. I mean, buckets of fucking ranch. Ranch is ruined for me for life. I can't be around ranch because I hate these motherfuckers so goddamn much.
Whoa. So every time you're like at a buffet and they've got those ladles of like Thousand Island and Italian zest, and then that ladle of ranch, you look at that ladle and you're like, fuck those bitches! Every time you see a ladle of ranch at a buffet.
I'm going to quote the great comedian Joey Diaz when I say, blue cheese or go fuck your mother.
Wow.
And I stand by that comment so much. I hated these bitches so much. But they taught me something.
They taught you how to hate ranch.
That too. I eat my salads dry or with vinegar and oil.
Or blue cheese.
Wings are for blue cheese. I dip everything else in blue cheese. And plus, also because it just tastes way the fuck better. That's my opinion. I stick to it. That's a controversial opinion. And if you listen to all Regerts and you hated me and you're a lover of ranch, you can still listen to the podcast, but you're a fan of Sam. You're not a fan of me. Back I said, they would like it would be like 7 or 8 of them like just hanging out. And here's the thing about like these ladies that they did it like halfway. Like, they didn't really, like, look like because a lot of them would still have mustaches and like body hair and everything, but they'll just be like in a tank top and like skirt.
Maybe that's like what their Johns are into, or their guys are into, their people. You know, like their clients. Their clients are probably like down for that.
So here's what I'm saying. So we would have them sitting like in one section, and we would have like a group of guys on there, like a group of like hardworking. They're probably like working at a plant somewhere, or like working in like some factory. They would all come to eat, like all these dudes hanging out there. Every single time that happened, one of those guys would always go up to these women as a gag and get their phone number as a gag. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm air quoting so fucking much because
every time he said gag, he did the air quotes with both hands, guys. Just close your eyes and visualize it. You see it? Oh, yeah.
I also move my hands closer to the mouth and stuff like that because I'm also doing gags too because they're like gagging, so gag, gag to gag, gag to gag.
The gag is, wordplay is how Omar's using it, guys. I'm painting you guys a word picture.
So these guys, like I said, and it was always like Latin guys that always did this bullshit and everything, and they only they get the gag thing. Then like after a while they get the gag number, they always go back and like flirt with the girls. And like just constantly talking like, hey mamacita, ¿cómo estás? And all the guys will be like laughing, and everything. Rocio will tell me, Omar, you know those guys over there that do making fun of the ladies? I'm gonna guarantee you, 2 of those bitches are gonna suck 2 of these fucking cocks by the end of the night. I'm telling you that shit now.
Yes. Okay, so I feel like this is in parallel with that. It's so dumb. Do you remember when we were like in like pre-K or whatever, and some kid threw sand in some girl's hair and pushed her over, and the teacher's like, that's because he's got a crush on you.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so fucking stupid. But then as you get older, you're like, oh, a lot of people are just emotionally like stunted. They have 0 of that going on. So when they're kind of abusive, that means they have a crush on you. Because they just don't know how to explain emotions. So they're like chastising you and themselves for even having emotions.
So basically you're telling me that these guys are using the secret on these ladies. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I'm saying they're basically using like grade school goddamn tactics on these ladies. There's at least 2 guys on there. They absolutely will get their dick sucked. And secondly, they're like into it. The more aggressive they are about, look at these ladies, they're so terrible. Bleh. Yeah, you want that. You want to be all up in that, and you want that to be all up in you. Whatever it is you want. I'm not here to judge, but just, be open with what you want.
Yeah, that's true. Funny, because like I said, like a lot of Latin guys. We do a lot of gay humor on each other a lot, and that's the other thing. Like I said, like anytime it's like all like alternative lifestyles and stuff like that, like we kind of like make fun of it. Like secretly, I know that like a lot. It makes me think that like a lot of like Latin guys, Mexican guys, are like secretly kind of like want to get into it, but it's a very shameish culture if you're out. Because that's why it's so difficult for like Latin guys to be outed as gay.
When I was a kid, I used to love watching like Telemundo, like all the dramas on there. I didn't understand shit, but like all the guys are so macho. And then I read this theory where the reason a lot of those Spanish shows, like on Telemundo, the men are a little bit more emotional. They're not like crazy stupid macho, is because they want the guys in that culture to actually be a little bit more open to their shit and not just be like, I'm a man and I drink beer and eat garlic like it's a fucking apple. I don't know what boys do. I don't know what's manly.
Yeah, actually, now back in the kind of like back in the day and stuff like that, that is actually kind of true. They introduced like, well, again, you do that with regular television as well. Like, didn't we have like what was it? Like, I don't want to say Will and Grace. Like Will and Grace, they had guys kiss. That wasn't a big deal. That wasn't that big of a deal back in the day. But then when Ellen kissed a woman, like that had to be like proceeded with like, hey, viewer discretion advised or something like that.
Well, yeah, but there's a different reason for that. When 2 boys kiss, in our society, even in America, there's that sense of machismo. But, machismo, because that's the American way to say it, the Merkin way to say it, not to be confused with Merkin, which is for pussies.
Americans are for pussies.
But no, we still have that sense of masculinity in America.
Yeah. When two guys kiss and everything. And then when two females kiss, it's about to be a good time. That's what every guy thinks.
No, it's more acceptable because women are a sexual object for men, because at the end of the day, we still live in a man's world. It's a man's world. That's a song. That's a thing. It's real.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
two guys kissing is comedic relief or something to be mad at. Two girls kissing is usually really sweet and sexy. Like, oh my god.
Wow.
It seems that's how it's presented in our culture.
Yes.
The American culture.
So let's go back to the hooker guys for a second in this thing, because there's more to this story.
Oh, sorry. I just got on a tangent because I have been drinking rum all day.
You paved the road. You paved the road exactly how I wanted you to pave it, because we had to deal with those bitches for like the longest time. See, I'm progressive. I call them bitches.
Bitches is gender neutral. You my bitch. I'm your bitch. We bitches.
Like I said, with Latin guys and a lot of that I've noticed a lot of these things, they would be playful with it. White military men, not down for that shit whatsoever. Lucio had quit. I think it was like me, my friend Hector, worked there. A coworker friend Hector worked there, and like some cook in the back. These ladies came in and they did their usual shit, and they tried to flirt with these military guys. There's like 6 of them, like sitting in their freaking in a table. And as I mentioned before, they were not having that shit. They actually, and it got to the point where they're just kind of like flirting with them, just like, "Hey, papi, ¿cómo estás?" And then like, "Oh, hell no," and just started the word faggot around like crazy. Just started throwing it like insanely at them and stuff, and like all this hate shit. I'm just there, kind of like escalating, like, "Hey," I think it was like me and Hector was just like Hector escalating, like, "Hey, can you guys like just calm this down?" Like, which one the guy and the military guy was just like super fucking pissed and everything. He was just like, "No, these women are abomination. They should not be here. Should not be serving these establishments to these ladies."
Fuck off! Are you serious? Who the fuck are you? Why am I so mad and involved? Sorry, this is your story. Go.
And then the lady gets up, and one of these ladies gets up and starts confronting with the guy, and immediately throws the first punch at him, and they just start throwing a punch at him, and then all of a sudden, all the military guys get in, all the ladies get up, and then we're having ourselves a tranny hooker fight, just like going in there, swinging around.
Rumble!
Blows are going down there. Ranch is being thrown fucking everywhere. I'm getting super mad. I'm getting upset. I step out of this. Hector's out of this. We're just not doing anything. We're just like, all right, we'll just clean this shit afterwards. We can explain this. It's all on camera. I think we'll be okay. And it got so bad to the point, the military guys finally just went outside, and the ladies went outside, and then kind of like was just teasing the guys on the inside. And then one of the military guys picks up a chair and just throws it through the fucking window.
Fuck.
And it just crashes it all down and everything. It was the Denny's on Geronimo in El Paso, Texas. And this is a true story because you can go down to that Denny's right now. All the Denny's windows have like a little thing on the bottom that's like the Denny's logo. One of them does not. It is a full clear window. And that was the window the guy threw the chair at. This was like the most insane shit I just ever seen. It was just like this, and after, like I said, this aftermath of like heels, makeup, a little bit of blood, and like and those ladies never came back ever again because they were banned for life. They were banned for life for doing that type of shit. They kind of like police determined it was actually the ladies' fault because they were just antagonizing these guys like crazy.
What, by existing?
No, but they were, like I told you, they were flirting with them and they wouldn't stop. And these guys did not want to play around with that shit. And that's what caused them to throw the F word and just started being like super mad at these ladies.
Okay, so when guys are flirting nonstop like that to women that can't like beat the fuck out of them,
That was the
then
thing.
It's totally chill.
look, that is the rule of law
It's
that they
stupid.
determine. It is stupid.
Then bitches talk about double standards, and then they're all about double standards when, like, a gender that they don't want to fuck is involved. Go fuck yourself.
You're talking about the same group of people that were like, kids in cages? Nah, they should follow all the rules. But yet you can't keep them in a house for 2 weeks. They're like, oh, I gotta go out there and get my hair cut. Same group of people.
You vain piece of shit. You're still gonna be dumb and ugly. Even though you got a haircut. Who cares?
I do want to go into the story with this one story with the Lucio one time. Going back into the Denny situation. So me and Lucio were just like serving tables, but we're kind of like, it wasn't all that busy. And as I mentioned, Lucio, trans John Waters, between 60 and 70. He had a boyfriend. He had a twink boyfriend that was, he said 18, but I didn't believe him to be 18.
Some people look a lot younger than their age. Like, I've seen 18-year-olds where I'm like, you look like you're 12. For real? Let me see your ID. Oh, wow.
I had a conversation with this guy that wasn't the case. And Rocio was kind of a little bit, he was just like, oh my, I got this nice hot young boyfriend. He said he's from Juarez. I met him at the club, and I need you to do me a favor. I'm gonna go out to my car. Rocio will be gone for like 10 minutes, just real quick. We're gonna have ourselves a little bit of fun. And then I need you to take care of my tables. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, darling? Mwah, love you. And it just leaves.
What is fun? It sounds fun.
It was for him. And maybe the boy.
Is it intercourse?
Most likely, yes. He's like, Omar, I can offer you this fun. And you said no, so I gotta go with this young boy now. So, bye!
You fucked up, Omar. You missed out, I feel.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I missed out.
Right. Regerts. All the Regerts. Oh my god, that's the name! Ah, we said the name! Ah! Paul Rubens. You will always be honored on this podcast.
Yes, you will be. One of my biggest regrets is not getting blown by a trans John Waters. It was funny too because he used to have implants, but then he took them out. So but he had the sagginess of
She could have gotten refilled. Why not get them refilled?
He was already 60, 70. So I told you he was so old already.